Anyway, like I said, there were some black people that were working for me that were legitimate businessmen. They had verification, they had education, and they had real steamships and real stuff, and were real crew members, and were respectable and honorable and all that stuff. There were a lot of black people that had no education and no nothing, and were basically just killers and rapists. So, like I said, the black race, and Garvey might have even talked about this. The black race is divided, and it's true. One part of the black race, which was in civilization, they were educated, they were intelligent, they were smart, they worked hard. I gave them steamships, and they worked in the businesses and institutions, and actually ran things, and actually were getting education to be able to do things. And at the same time, there were black people that had no education and no nothing, and would just like stab, and then rape, and basically just were the most disgusting, like just like if you saw them, like they would be covered in shit or whatever, with like parasites inside their belly, just like, you know they did not care. They were animalistic black people, basically. They're like animals. They're feral, basically. Feral black people. And so the black race was very much divided. There were black people that were educated and smart and blah, blah, blah. And then, and blah, blah. And then there were black people that were very much feral, had no education, just lived by what they could kill and what they could steal and what they could whatever. Like I said, the black race had, and they would just rape anything on two legs. You know, like I said, the black race was one of the last races to actually, or black, there was way too many of them. They had no food, and they had no unity at all. None whatsoever. So anyway, like I said, and like one of the black people, one of the black great lords, warlords, whatever, and they were black warlords, and they would just kill their way or take someone's name. Like I said, we verified it. We got verification on this. There were black people that they would walk in and they would pretend to be a French guy, and like I said, we caught them. There's this one black guy where he went in and he killed the guy, stuffed him in the closet, or got rid of him. And one of my people went to go see him, went to go see this person. And he's like, yeah, it's not him. It's this other guy. And so, there were black people that thought they could just, well, yes, I'm Frederick Ferdinsons. Yes. How may I help you? Oh, well, he gave me the company, or blah, blah, blah. There's all these black people. I don't know. I guess they thought they were smart, or I guess they thought no one would notice, or I guess I don't know what they thought. But they just would just kill people and then pretend and then just take their name and be like, well, yes, I'm Mr. Frederick Constance. Yes, that's me. There's a lot of that was going around. Like Eddie Murphy. Like the guy as Eddie Murphy on TV. Eddie Murphy, the film star, his name isn't really Eddie Murphy. Before he was 20, he wasn't even in civilization. They literally pulled him out of the jungle, I'm pretty sure. The real Eddie Murphy, for which his name and whatever blah blah was white, and died. So that's not really Eddie Murphy. All these people were checked out. We had verification. My people went through and checked out everyone. And it turned out that black people would either kill white people and take their names, or black people, black records for black people are not very good at all. There's a whole lot of black people out there in the world that, there's a whole bunch of black people that's like, well, yes, I'm Billy Medina. Yes. And it's like, oh, you were born in 1612. Well, you look pretty good, Billy Magingen, considering you're supposed to be 120. Why, yes, I look very good. Life extension. And it's like, uh, yeah, then how come there's a body in that grave over there? So, yeah, just like Eddie Murphy, the film star, isn't really Eddie Murphy. And before he was 20 or 16, if that's the same Eddie Murphy that I know, he was in the jungle in Africa or someplace. So, like I said, my people went around this country, went around the planet, verifying everyone. And like I said, I've seen the picture of the real Eddie Murphy. He's white and pimpled, or something like that. He's a white guy. So, yeah, there's a bunch of black people that just kept on using other people's names. Or it's like, he's Eddie Murphy 4. And not the original Eddie Murphy. Unless he's had a whole lot of plastic surgery. My people went through and verified every person in my country and on my planet. So, anyway, yeah. So, black people were doing this little thing, which is why we have social security numbers and verification on people. Anyway, so like I say, while certain black people were being good and responsible and blah, 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 a lot of other black people were just raping, killing, being like, "Foo, you ain't seen nothing. We're so smart. We got the street smart. We're so good." Yeah. You're so smart that there's 100 trillion-year-old or 99 trillion-year-old creator just sitting here going, and they're going to take apart the planet Earth and go through every molecule for every year that Earth has been in existence after this. Basically. And do time-space checking from the beginning of creation of that star to now and beyond after this. Because they know I disappear somewhere around here. Like I said, my course is through the galaxy and through the universe. We're very much tracked. So if I don't make it past this point, if I just simply end, then a whole lot of life forms come looking, and did. So yeah, you're so smart that so certain black people thought they would just blah blah blah, and it's like, well, yeah, see, here's the thing. I named America, I created the Constitution, and I am Lucifer Star. Hi. So anyway, about that. So anyway, though, the Black Star Line company was a real company. There were real steamships and real steam trains, and some black people bought stuff and had stuff, and were very proud of themselves and very good, and actually had money and actually paid for work and actually built a few cities. Blah blah blah. And then there were a bunch of other black people that really just didn't care and just didn't think that anybody would be able to tell the difference. And it's like, well, here's the thing.